Hello, today we are going to learn about access-based enumeration. What does access-based enumeration or access-based folder permission mean? Access-based enumeration displays only the files and folders that a user has permissions to access. So what does it mean? If a user does not have read or equivalent permission for a folder, Windows hides the folder from the user's view. User will not be able to see anything. So for instance, if a user is belong to a IT security group, and if a folder has got permission for that IT security group only, so when that user will log on, that user will be getting only the IT shared folder. So similarly, if the other person has got access only for the HR folder, and if that HR folder has got only HR security group, then that user will be able to see only HR shared folder. So in order to do that, we'll have to have the domain controller and the file server ready. So our domain controller is ready, file server is ready too. So we'll go ahead and log into the file server. Again, you can do the same thing with domain controller if you do not have the file server. But I prefer to do this on file server. So let's go ahead and log in. This is our DC, so I'm on the wrong server. So we'll have to go to the file server. This is our file server. Input, keyboard, insert, Control Alt Delete. So our admin user ID, if you remember, Harry Potter has got admin access. So we'll use Harry Potter logon, or use your administrative user, admin user. So once we get there, we need to create a folder and share that. So we'll go to the File Explorer, go to this PC, and then double click on C drive. And before we create the folder, we'll have to check once role whether it's installed or not. So we'll go to the Add Roles and Features, and then click Next, and then click Next, click Next, and let's expand the File and Storage Services, and then File and iSCSI Services. And there you'll see a service called File Server Services. File Server Roles is already installed. So it was installed by default. So if it was not installed, we'll have to go ahead and install this roles. So as this is installed, we'll go ahead and click Cancel and minimize the Server Manager. So the first step, we'll have to create a folder. I'll name it as Shared, and under Share folder, we'll go ahead and create 3 subfolders. The first one will be IT, second one will be HR, third one will be security. So now we'll have to go one level up and share this shared folder. So right click and then go to Properties, click Sharing, Share, and we'll add everyone with read permission, click share, and that will be our network location, which is FSO1 contoso/shared. Now we'll have to double click to get to the subfolders. Right click on HR folder. If I right click onto this white space and then go to properties, it will show shared properties, but we don't want to go to the shared properties. We like to right click on shared HR folder. So we'll click first, then right click, then go to the properties. We'll have to make sure that we are to the right folder. It's HR folder properties. Okay, let's go to the security tab, click advanced, and we'll have to disable inheritance. Click convert inherited permissions into explicit permission on this object. Click OK, and then we'll have to remove this everyone out, and only HR security group will have to be there. So let's remove everyone and then add, since this is HR folder, so we'll add the HR security group right there. Click OK, and we added the modify permission so that the user will be able to read and write files and folders there. So we'll be doing the same thing for IT subfolder. Right click, properties, security, go to advanced, disable inheritance, click convert inherited permission into explicit permissions on this object. Click OK, click edit, remove everyone, add IT security group, and we already have this security group created from our previous session. Click modify, click OK, click OK. Now right click on security, that's our last folder here. Go to security, click advanced, disable inheritance, and then we'll have to click OK, go to edit, remove everyone, add security group, and then add the modify permissions. There you go. Now our folder permission is ready. Now what we'll do is we will log on from Windows 10 workstation to check to see how it works. We'll log on to the Windows 10 workstation, go to other users, and then enter as Jane Doe, who is a member of IT security group. Contoso.local and we have one more steps basically. So we'll have to go back to the domain controller. We are done with the shared settings, but now we haven't configured our profile to say like how the user will be able to get the shared folder. For instance, the user has got the H drive for home folder, but how that user will be able to see the shared folder? We haven't done anything for that. So let's go back to the Windows 10 workstation and log off, because nothing will happen here. So we'll go ahead and log off, go back to domain controller and create one script. So this is our domain controller and we'll have to write a script. So we'll go ahead and click on search and then enter Notepad. We'll open Notepad So we'll have to write down a script called net use, and then we'll have to enter the drive letter. So drive letter would be S. S stands for shared, and then the location. Our file server location is fs01 Contoso. If you remember, if you don't remember, then you have to go to that share folder and get to the network location, and our shared folder name is shared. That's it. And before that, if there is any existing drive letter mapped, then you can also use this command so that if there is any S drive mapped, then this command will remove that existing map drive, and then it will remap with S with the network location. Now we'll have to save this script file as a batch file. So how do you do that? So we'll have to change the save as type to all files, and then enter scripts dot bat, and our location would be desktop, because we are going to save this batch file temporarily onto our desktop. So the moment we have saved this document, saved the script file, it will be saved onto our desktop. So now we'll have to copy this script file to our Windows Sysville folder. So we'll have to go to the File Explorer and then click this PC, go to C drive, and then Windows, and then Sysville, and then domain, and then script. This is the location. If you forget, so that's the location. Under Windows folder, there is a folder called Sysville, and then domain, then script. So we'll right click here and paste. Now we'll have to go to the Active Directory, users and computers. If you don't have it opened, so go ahead and start it please. And then you'll have to choose a user, like Jane Doe is working for IT, and we can check the member of, yes, IT security group is added. So we'll have to go to the profile, and right next to the logon script, we'll have to enter the script file name, script.bat. Click OK. So that way the system will recognize, see, there is a typo. Script file name is scripts, but I entered script. This will never work. So we'll have to go back, double click on Jane Doe user, go to profile tab, and then we'll have to correct the script file name. Scripts.bat. Then click OK. We can do this with any of the users, so we just picked up Jane Doe as an example. So now we'll have to go to the Windows 10 workstation and log in as Jane Doe. So other users, Jane Doe at contoso.local, and enter password. And now we are supposed to be getting that S drive mapped with Jane Doe's profile automatically. If it doesn't work, we might need to restart this workstation. So, but at first let's test. So we'll go to the File Explorer, and now click on this PC. So you see this shared S drive, and the network location is FS01 Contoso shared, and her H drive is also mapped. So we'll double click onto the S drive and see she can only access to the IT related folder. If we go back to the shared folder in file server, we have got 3 folders: IT, HR, and security. Now we can log off from Jane Doe and log on as John Doe, because John Doe works for security. So let's see how does that work. So we'll go to our Windows 10 workstation and right click, sign out, and we'll go to the domain controller. This is our domain controller, and John Doe is right there. Profile, logon script. So we'll write down the script name, click OK, and Harry Potter is our administrator. So let's go to the Harry Potter and change the member of, means this all only has got IT security group here. So I like to add HR security group as well as security group. So that way Harry Potter is supposed to be having all the 3 folders, and Jane Doe is supposed to be having only IT related folder, and John Doe is supposed to be having only security related folder. So let's double click onto the Harry Potter and click Profile and then add the login script. Let's double check for John Doe. Go to the profile. Yes, we have added the script file. Now we'll go to the Windows 10 workstation, and at first we'll log on as John Doe. And let's go to the File Explorer. This PC, and we only have the H drive. This must need, this workstation needs a restart. So we'll go ahead and restart this workstation and again log in as John Doe. And while it restarts, we'll go to the domain controller and to make sure that we have added the script correctly. So script is looking good. So we'll log on as John Doe. and once we get our desktop screen, we'll open up the File Explorer and then check our drive letters for S drive. We'll be doing the same thing with Harry Potter logon, because Harry Potter has got the all three security groups added in member of, so which means Harry Potter is supposed to be seeing all the three folders. So now we'll go to the File Explorer and now we have got S drive and John Doe has only security folder. And the black window that popped up, it basically the script file ran behind the screen, so that's how we got the black screen pop-up. So we'll go ahead and log off from this screen, from this user, and now we log on as an administrator, which is Harry Potter. Now we tested with Jane Doe logon, who works with IT. We tested with John Doe, who works with security. Jane Doe had only access to the IT security group. This is why Jane Doe user was able to see only IT folder. John Doe works with security division, and security folder had only security group enabled, and John Doe was member of a security group. This is why when John Doe logged on, John Doe user was able to see only security folder. Now we have logged on as Harry Potter, who is our domain admin, who is also a member of all three security groups, IT, security, and HR. So we need to check whether we have all the folder access from Harry Potter logon or not. So now that we have got our desktop, so we'll go to the File Explorer and then go to this PC, and then this is our S drive, and see we have got all the three folders, HR, IT, and security. So guys, this is how we can configure the access-based enumeration or the access-based file folder permission. I hope this was informative for you. Please drop me a comment if you face any difficulties. Thank you.